the goddess of intelligence, war, and the artworks, and most loved girl of Zeus, Athena was maybe the savvy, generally gusty, and surely the most creative of the Olympian gods. She's known most explicitly for her essential expertise in fighting, and is regularly depicted as a partner of saints, and is the supporter goddess of the courageous undertaking. Zeus was informed that his child would take his seat from him, similarly as he had taken force from his dad Cronus. As needs are, when Metis was pregnant, he gulped her, and Athena was conceived from Zeus's head, wearing a shield and completely developed. A famous subject in old Greek craftsmanship, Hephaestus, is regularly portrayed in the job of maternity specialist, parting Zeus's head with a hatchet. Sobriquets of Athena incorporate Pallas, which means young lady, and Parthenos, which means virgin, satisfying which she is prominent among the lords of Greek folklore for not enjoying illegal associations with different divinities, divine beings, or humans. Different designations were Promachus, which means of war, may be suggesting to more devoted, cautious, and vital fighting instead of assaulting fighting, as opposed to her more forceful, clash-adorning sibling, Eris, Ergone, which means of the specialties, and Nike, which means triumph. The goddess was not to be played with, as her change of Medusa into Gorgon illustrates, and her feeling of equity was with the end goal that demonstrations of conservative were quickly vindicated, similarly as with the arcane legends following their catch of Troy and defilement of the goddess's safe haven. Athena is additionally connected with family creates, giving humans the blessings of cooking and sewing. She is said to have developed the instrument Aulus, yet on seeing her appearance and her puffed cheeks when playing these lines, she discarded them, to be gotten by the satyr Marsyas. She is firmly connected with Athens, the city named in her honor, after individuals of Attica picked her as their supporter, following her establishing of the olive tree, image of harmony and bounty. The 5th century BCE sanctuary of the Parthenon, which proceeds right up till today, to overwhelm the Acropolis of the city, was implicit her honor. Her received child, Eryxithonius, one of the primary lords of Athens, is generally credited with introducing the Panathinaik Celebration, held at regular intervals to respect the goddess. The celebration incorporated a great parade through the city, the introduction to Athena of exceptionally woven peplos, which means portraying the gigantomachy, and athletic games. Prizes for the games were amphorae, painted with a figure of Athena, and contained prime olive oil. In her job as defender, she was likewise respected in numerous other significant urban areas, esteemed as a benefactor of Sparta, as the author of Thebes in Boeotia, and Corinth, where she showed up on the city's coins. Defender of Hercules, Athena regularly helps him in his 12 works, for instance, by causing him to hold the world as Atlas looks for sacred apples of the Hesperides. Perseus was another top choice, and was given a shield to ensure himself in his mission to execute Medusa. Achilles is assisted with carrying out Hector, and Odysseus also was regularly given the advantage of Athena's insight, for instance, the plan to dress like a hobo of his revisitation of Ithaca, and he is additionally shielded from the bolts of his opponents when he frees the castle from the gate crushers. Jason was one more saint who profited from Athena's creativity when she urged Argo to fabricate the main Greek longship which would convey his name and the distinction of the Argonauts. Athena was a significant hero in Homer's record of the Trojan War in the Iliad, where she bolsters the Achaeans and their legends, particularly Achilles, to whom she gave support and insightful direction. Menelaus, who is saved from the boat of Pandarus, and Diomedes, whose skewer, in one remarkable scene, is redirected to harm Ares himself. Aphrodite was another immortality who fell off second best when she was conflicted with Athena. She likewise offered assurance to Odysseus and is credited with giving him the possibility of the wooden horse. Both Homer and Hesiod allude to Athena as brilliant looked at and Tritogenia. She is likewise often called Goddess of Ruin, the dazzling-haired goddess, and Alcmenian Athena. Items related to the goddess include an owl, an image of intelligence, and the olive tree. She is frequently portrayed in craftsmanship with a protective layer, brilliant cap, a shield, and holding a lance. Her defensive layer is the aegis made in certain records from the skin of a giant, hung with decorations of gold, and including the top of the Gorgon given to her by Perseus. The most popular portrayal of Athena in the acquainted world was without a doubt the great gold and ivory sculpture of the goddess by Fadice, which lived in the Parthenon of Athens and was more than 12 meters high. The sculpture has been lost, yet makes do as more modest Roman duplicates and shows Athena standing great, completely furnished, holding Nike in her correct hand and with a shield in her left, portraying scenes from the battles of the Amazons and the giants. On her protective cap were a sphinx and 2 griffins. Praised enduring portrayals of Athena include friezes from the Parthenon and metopes from the sanctuary of Zeus at Olympia.